women also abuses the men.
If we talk about abuse, there is something called unforgiveness, because husband and wife need to come out and discuss something.
She abused her husband.
So instead of you misbehaving before the incident happened, have you thought of what if this happened? Am I able to forgive?
So if you are not a person that can associate yourself and quickly place yourself into the system, you find it difficult.
Did you forgive when it happens?
Abuse in that form is coming from the woman. So the men.
Women understand
that
there is power in their hand. To our fellow viewers outside, we want to say thank you so much. Thank you for always checking on us.
Oh yes.
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for the follow. We do appreciate you all the time. Today again, we will be coming to you with another wonderful topic. It's something quite known to you and I, but it's something that destroys relationship and marriage the more every day in our society, which is abuse. Abuse.
Yeah.
Bayo, what do you understand about the word abuse?
Yeah. Firstly, I want to greet everyone once again. My name is Adebayo. And to dive straight to the discussion, as my friend Kenny just asked me now that what do I want to say about abuse? I will come in this way because let me just use an example to come in to answer the question. Recently, not my experience, but another person's experience. So I heard that I was called. A friend told me that he's passing through something, and I said, "What's that?" And she told me that our husband left the house for her. I was like, what happened? What will make your husband to leave the house for you? During the discussion, because I don't want to take much time because of the video, I learned that she abused her husband lots of time. When it happens in the UK, and so many factors favors the women or the ladies or the wives. So call it in general, the women. So many factors favors them. So I think it got to her head that she knows that she's the one the law and the policy will favor. So she do abuse her husband, slaps, talk to anyhow, and I think the husband just didn't feel that what else can I do to help myself, because if the husband should retaliate, another thing will happen. Maybe they might call the police for the husband. Anybody might call the police for the husband, and they'll pick him up, and that will be the end of the relationship and everything like that. You might not see the wife again, see the children again, and they already have children. So he just thought of leaving the house for the wife, and one night, he just left the home. So abuse in that form is coming from the woman to the men. It's coming from the wife to the husband. So it's very surprising that women also abuses the men. I thought men are the one that abuse women, but now it's very surprising. I must tell it to you. I've not heard that before, that a wife will slap husband, not one, not twice, not thrice, in different occasions, and the husband is not saying anything. So what have caused that whole situation for the husband to have left the home? I can just see like 2 points. I know there are so many reasons. Firstly, the husband is feeling depressed. No one to talk to, no friends. The kind of country we have is a country that even if I want to come to your house, I must ask if you are available. So if you are not available, what is bothering me? I need to hold it to the time you are available. And we can hold things to ourselves. We can bottle up things. There's a limit. There is an extent. So maybe he has bottled up things. No one to share his matter with. No one to talk to, and he don't want to commit anything like crime. So what he thought of doing is just to leave the house for the wife, for peace to reign. I'm not saying what he did is right, but at the same time, he has averted a lot of things or unforeseen things that could have happened, like police people coming to pick him up if he had go or take loss to his ends. So the another thing I want to talk about that could be the reason why the husband take that decision is that the culture and the way of life here did not support him, or he's not used to it. He has been trying to adapt to the culture here, to the way of life. No, the culture here is another culture entirely, as you also know. So
it's just like a remote control.
Yeah. So if you are not a person that can associate yourself and quickly place yourself into the system, you find it difficult you find it difficult that to an extent that you feel like, what am I doing here? What am I doing now? Do I really belong here? You'll be exceptional in some areas, in some aspect that your behavior will not be positive in some of your things you do. So if you find it difficult to fix himself into the culture and the way of life here, and he tells that, let me go back to where I belong to. So I can only say those two points could be the reason why he has left the family just unaware. So you might also have some reasons, but I think it's an abuse. It's an abuse.
If we talk about abuse, there is something called unforgiveness, because husband and wife need to come out and discuss something. So by the time it keep piling up and you don't have the room to forgive anymore, you misbehave. So instead of you misbehaving, before the incident happened, have you thought of, what if this happened? Am I able to forgive? Because before anything should happen, there's nothing like sudden. There will be something like shadow that or traces around it to show that something is about to happen. So by the time it actually happened, which it leads to escalation of you getting aware of it, did you forgive when it happens? A man who just wake up in the middle of the night or early in the morning, pack his bags and leave back to the country, might be facing one particular thing he might not be able to say out. He doesn't just want to put himself into problem. Probably there has been time where issues has happened when they were in the home country in Nigeria, and the woman has found it very hard to forgive the man, and she sees it as an avenue that coming into this country, because the power belongs to her, she knows where to handle him properly. So in a situation like that, the man will be like, instead of me to commit an error and go to jail or go to prison, I would rather go back to where I'm coming from. So that is just it. The number two is just the awareness of power, which is the law, the rules and regulation. Women understand that there is power in their hand. And as much as they do, they know that that power can also be used in a positive way to ensure that their home stand.
And also if they decide to use it the other way around.
Exactly. So by the time they decide to use it in the other way around, it will affect the man. Somebody will suffer it. If you want to use that law that suits you, that favors you, you don't use it against the tree, you don't use it against the wall, you use it against your fellow person. And if you are using it against your partner, you are using it against yourself.
That's it.
Because you have become one body.
Yeah, and children are also there also.
Children are there. They suffer it as well. Because if this man who has left back to Nigeria, what is the woman?